Welcome back mga ka-share. Licensure examination for teachers and civil service examination are fast approaching. And today's episode we'll be sharing to you tutorial sessions on the subject-verb agreement rules which are included in the competences on the said examinations. Always remember, mga ka-share, that the subject is the doer of action. It can either be a noun or pronoun. Examples: she, he, we, Anna, John. Verb is or are action words. Examples: walk, run, kick, dance. Now let's start with the first subject-verb agreement rules. First, subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number. This simply means that subject is singular, verb must be singular. When the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. Now, how are we going to differentiate a noun and a verb? With S or without S? If that is a noun, with S is plural, meaning to say many more, two or more. Examples: cats, dogs, houses. While a verb without S is plural. Examples: chase, bark. Now, if that is a noun without S, it is singular. Examples: cat, dog, house. Meaning to say, while in the verb with S is singular. Examples: chases, barks. Now let's have a sentence example in the noun. The cat chases the mouse. Here, the cat has no S. Therefore, your verb chase must have S. Now let's go to the sentence example in the verb. Cats here has S, meaning to say, or more than one, or many cats. So the cats here has S. Therefore, your verb must be plural without S. In short, mga ka-share, if you are talking about a noun, a word that is a noun with S is plural, while if the noun has no S, that is singular. While in the verb, when we use the verb or when we use the words that are verbs in examples, the word with S is singular, while the word with no S is plural. Examples: the girl dances. For the plural, the girls dance. Now, as what you can observe in the singular example there, the subject, which is a girl, is singular, meaning only one. In the example sentence in singular, the verb girl is the subject, and the girl there is only one, with no S. Therefore, that is singular. Since our subject girl is singular, we should use dances as the verb with S, since dance with S is singular. Now let's go to the example in the plural. We change girl, or when we add S to the subject girl, it becomes a girls. Girls as a subject there is plural. Therefore, we will use dance with no S as the verb. The dog drinks. We have the subject dog and we have the verb drinks. For the plural, the dogs drink. Now let's go to the third examples. For the singular, we have the boy walks. Always remember that if the subject is singular, its verb must be a singular also. And if the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. Now let's go deeper. The train runs from west to east. So we have the subject train. The subject train there is singular with no S. Therefore, we are going to use the verb singular too, which is runs with S. Another example. The girls dances gracefully. We have the subject girls, which is plural. It's because there is S and we need to use dance that is also plural with no S. The second rule is a phrase or clause between subject and verb does not change the number of the subject. Example, a group of turtles lives in the forest. So the correct answer there is lives. Here are the list of prepositions: above, across, after, at, around, before, behind, up, with, below, beside, between, by, down, during, for, from, under, in, inside, onto, of, off, on, out, through, to. And now let's go to the prepositional phrase. We have here the example. The cans of corn kernel are inside the van. So we have here the two subjects. So what is really the subject in the sentence? Now in order to figure out the subject, we must eliminate the prepositional phrase, which is oftentimes in between the subject and the verb. Now here, the subject is cans, which is plural because there is S. Therefore, we will use the plural verb are. Now what is our clue? Why the correct subject there is cans, not corn kernel? It's because of the preposition of. Remember that a prepositional phrase is a 2 to 4 word phrase, sometimes more, that begins with a preposition. Now let's go deeper. The student as well as his teacher are going on the field trip. So we have here the subject student. So the verb that we are going to use is, since the subject is singular, not the teacher. And we have here the prepositional phrase as well as his teacher with the preposition as well as. Second sentence, the animals in the farm needs shelter too. We have the subject animals, which is plural. So we are going to use need, which is also plural. So we are going to use need, which is also a plural with no S. And not. Now let's go to another one. Singular indefinite pronouns and plural indefinite pronouns. Singular indefinite pronouns, we have here the examples: one, each, either, neither, no one, nobody, nothing, anyone, anybody, anything, someone, somebody, something, everyone, everybody, everything. Example, each student are required to submit the project. So we have here singular indefinite pronoun each. So we're going to use is, since that is singular. Now for the plural indefinite pronouns, several, few, both, many. Example, several of my cats are sick. So we have here the plural indefinite pronouns, which is the subject of the verb of the sentence I mean. Therefore, we need to use the verb are. Now there are also indefinite pronouns that can either be a singular or plural depending on the meaning. Some, any, none, all, most. Example, some of the stones are on the floor. So in the first example, we use are because of the word stones, which is nearer to the verb. Another one, some of the bread are on the floor. So we use is here because the nearer subject to the verb is bread, which is singular, or nor, either or, neither, neither nor. If this can be found in the sentence, and if the sentence has two subjects connected by these words, the verb must agree with the second subject, which is closer or nearer to the verb. Let's take, for example, neither my cats nor my dog needs the food. So the correct verb here is needs, which is singular, because the closer subject to the verb is dog. A dog there is singular. Therefore, your verb must also singular. Neither my cat nor my dogs needs that food. So the correct verb there is need, because the closer subject is dogs, which is plural. The compound subjects joined by end are always plural. Example, an eggplant and a squash completes the recipe. We have the first subject, eggplant, and the second one is squash. Therefore, since there are two subjects joined by end, we use complete. Another, compound subjects joined by or nor, the verb agrees with the subject nearer to it. Example, neither the singer nor the dancers are required to submit their application. We have subject singer and dancers. Since the subjects singer and dancers are joined by nor, therefore we need to choose the nearer subject to the verb. Since the nearer subject to the verb is dancers, which is plural, the verb must also plural. Collective nouns may be a singular or plural depending on meaning. Example, the jury receives a plaque of appreciation. We have the subject jury, which is singular. So we need to use the word or the verb receives. Now in this example, the jury is acting as one unit. Therefore, the verb is singular. Now in another example, the jury, which is also a subject, becomes a plural. Why? Because the jury members are acting as many individuals. Therefore, the verb is plural. Another clue there is the word members, which has S. Therefore, that is plural, and we need to use a plural form of verb. Here are some of the collective nouns that can either be singular or plural depending on meaning. Flock, crowd, committee, choir, group, team. Title of books, organizations, countries, and many more are always singular. Example, The Wrath of Titans is my favorite movie. So we have here the title of the movie is The Wrath of Titans. Since The Wrath of Titans is only one, therefore we need to use is. Example, Philippines marks its 500 years of Christianity. The subject there is Philippines, which is a country. Therefore, we need to use singular form of verb marks. Subjects that are plural in form but singular in meaning. Example, physics is my new favorite subject. Here, physics is a subject, and that is only one. So we are going to use is as the subject, which is singular. Another clue in the sentence is that the word subject, which has no S. Plural form subjects with either singular or plural in meaning take singular or plural depending on meaning. Example, economics are an interesting topic to discuss with. Other, the economics of the situation. Now, plural form subjects with either singular or plural in meaning take singular or plural depending on meaning. Example, economics is our interesting topic to discuss with. So here, the verb is because the subject is economics, and that is a topic, a subject. But in another example, the economics of the situation is our complicated topic to discuss with. So we have here economics of the situation. So we use are. Why? Because in this example, there are wide scope of economics to discuss with. So we're going to use the verb are. Another example, the scissors are inside the box. We have the subject scissors, which is plural. So we need to use the plural form of the verb are. Another example, the pair of scissors are inside the box. So we have here the subject, the pair of scissors. And the correct verb is. Now in the sentence, we have the main subject, which is the pair, and that is singular. Of is preposition there. Therefore, the subject is not scissors, which is plural in form. But the correct subject there is pair, which is singular. So we need to use the word or the verb s, which is also singular. The number of take singular verb. Example, the number of students grows rapidly. So we are going to use grows because with the word or the phrase the number of. A number of blank takes plural verb. Example, a number of people grows eggplants every quarter of a year. A number of there is or should be used as plural in form and takes plural verb, grow. I hope that you have learned something on this first episode of our tutorial sessions on the licensure examination for teachers and civil service examination competencies. Until next time mga Kadada Share, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.